Hmm. There we go. There we go. All right. What's going on, everybody? Live Farmer 73 here. What's up? What's up? It's good to see y'all in here. Hey, Jewel. How you doing? Hey, my Renaissance grandma. How you doing? Take that off. The sun is gone now. I don't know how good y'all can see me because it's about to storm and I'm about to run in the house. I need to do that like right now, but I can wait. Hey, Patient Saint Wells 803, Happy Mac, Kenyatta's God, mm, uh, Talia, and Sean does it all. How you doing, old McMoney? 4D, how you doing? Carolina C, how y'all doing? It's good to see y'all in here. I gotta I'm gonna start out like this. Do y'all think it's too late? Do you think it's too late to purchase land? And I'm asking y'all this is because me and Lady Leia was talking last night. I hope y'all was able to join us on our video last night. Look, the battery about to die. Everything is going sour right now. We're gonna end up having to go in the house really soon. We was talking last night, and uh, we was talking last night, and we were talking about how the land is really helping us. And I had a change of heart on something. And I know y'all know good and well when she around, I have a change of heart on a lot of stuff. Once you give it to me in another perspective, God, this sky is looking so messed up. Um, Carolina C says no, it's not too late to purchase land. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you. And this isn't a normal land video. If you want to come up and talk about it, I'm gonna let you come up and talk about it. Um, we were talking about how how much owning this land has helped us, and the sweet part of it all is not just help how it's helping us, but if this situation gets any worse, if this information gets any, I mean, if this situation gets any worse, I think we can pull it off. And I had a change of heart, which I usually don't do. Old McMoney says not too late until there's none for sale. I agree. I agree. Now, my change of heart is I always say chipping in on land. That's just not a smart. It's just not a smart business move at all. And you know what? I'm gonna run in this house because this sky and the thunder is getting closer and stronger, and I don't want the first bolt of lightning to be on my head. Let's go. I'm sorry, y'all. I really want to be outside, but ooh, it's looking kind of grim. Watch this. Watch this. Look at that sky. That's what's about to roll in here. So I'm sorry, but we got to go in. I do not want to get caught in that out here because it's gonna be horrible. Okay, we'll come in here. That way, I don't have to plug up the. I mean, I can plug up the iPad, and we're gonna talk about this, and I'm gonna let y'all talk as well. I'm gonna let y'all come up and give your take on it. There we go. We doing something now. I don't know what we doing, but we doing something. I wasn't prepared for this at all. The storm rolled in that fast. So okay, let's see. Right, better safe than sorry. Amen to that. I'm not about to be out there. Let me cut some lights on too. That'll help it a little bit. All right. Do you think Do you think it's still time to buy land? That's number one. Number two, I'm going to say something I never say. I'm going to say, if you have people in your life, in your world, and you can trust them, you love them like family. I know family can be a little, you know, extra sometime too. They ain't exempt from cutting up. But I think right now, I think purchasing some land, even if you had to chip in with somebody, I think is stellar. Let's see, because I got a lot of stuff going on here tripping. I wasn't ready to be in the house, y'all. Y'all can tell. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Say so many people have so many some I'm sorry. Some people may only have the option of land purchase by going in with others. Need to have it airtight. Right. If you're gonna do that, and if you're gonna go in with other people and chip in and purchase some land, make sure everything is in writing. Friend, that spitting in the palm of the hand and handshaking stuff. Cole Jam, I don't know how to spell your name. Coj, Kojam. You saying no banks involved? When you say no banks involved, can you explain yourself, please? Because so I can understand what you mean. Say I have no idea for years on how to do it. Happy Mac in the house. Precious SoCal Garden. How y'all doing? Look, here come that rain right now. Wow, I missed it by minutes. Let me see. Cross says I would buy with one of my brothers, but I would never consider buying anything with my other brother. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because that's real. There are family members, I don't care how much money they got, I don't care how much money they can contribute to it. They are not business savvy or business trustworthy, or they just shisty. Just because they your blood, your DNA don't mean they ain't crooked. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, and the reason why I'm saying all of this today, because I want to get this out. I had a bunch going on. I took a break. But the reason why I'm saying this is because we had this conversation after we got off the live stream yesterday. And if all went straight to the bottom right now with everything going on, we can live on this land without having to worry about anything. If prices went through the roof to the point we can't afford anything, if all the stuff that's crazy going on right now, I want everybody to sit down. I know it sounds like I'm all over the place because I am. Number one, I was supposed to be outside. Number two, I got so much on my mind and so many questions to ask you because there we go. Okay, that storm is rolling in. It's messing with my Wi-Fi. I'm sorry about that, y'all. So this probably won't go on long. So let's just hit hard. Let's hit this hard and get into it. Okay. Sean says, here it comes. I would only buy with my kids. They're the only ones I trust like that. My sons just turned 18 and we're looking at buying land. Okay. All right. Okay. No, that was me that froze, Dave. The storm is coming and knocked my Wi-Fi out for a minute. I should be okay now. I can see myself, so we all right. So let's get into it. Do you think how many people have thought about this idea? Because I think you could still pull it off. And yes, I'm going back on everything I said about I wouldn't buy land with nobody else, because I stand on that and I mean it. If I don't have to, I don't want to. I mean, if I have to wait a little longer, or if I have to struggle a little more, or if I have to extend my budget a little higher than what I want it to be, so I don't have to have anybody else with me, then fine. That's what I'm gonna do. I'd rather pay more to do it myself, because I don't have to argue, fuss, and fight about what piece belonged to who got the best piece, or none of that nonsense. Or, hey man, y'all doing too much over on y'all side. I don't want that. I just don't want them problems. Okay. Well, clearly we must be froze up or something is going on. Thank you. Happy Max says you never know what changes a person's attitude. You just don't know. Family, friend, or foe. You don't know how people are going to change from time to time. And look at this. What if you purchase some land? What if all of y'all purchase land together, right? And one of the family members that helped purchase the land, they don't want to live like this no more. They don't want to live out on the land like this. They want to build a normal house. They want to be around more suburban things, and they just want to just move out. They want to go move back to the city. Here's the thing, though. When you purchase land together and one of the people want to sell, right? The pact between the family was like, you got to sell to the other family members. You can't be selling to any Bob, Dick, and Harry, because that's how we gonna ruin everything. Like, say you have 30 acres and 3 of y'all chipped in. If brother number 3 want to sell his part, sell it off so he can purchase a house in the city, and then anybody come and buy it from him, and he ain't selling it back to the other 2, you got a problem. Now you just put old Joe Blow right in the middle of you and your sister, because your brother in the middle sold his piece of land. So any old Joe Blow just bought his piece of land, and they don't want to do with that land what you want to do with it. Y'all want to farm, y'all want agriculture, you want to homestead, you want to grow your own food. But the person he sold it to, Joe Blow, they want to build a big old mansion on them acres with a swimming pool and a yacht. They ain't interested in homesteading. Matter of fact, they might even want to, Piggly Wiggly might want to move in. And that's where you have problems at. How you doing, grown folks? Say, I prefer not to share land either. Been trying to catch you. Ask what kind of elderberry. Okay, give me a second, okay? Because we own something else and we ain't got time because the storm is coming. Let me see. So I tried to purchase land, but most people didn't get the land in the proper name before they passed away. Now what? I'm not sure what that whole scenario is. Uh, Miss Shorty says, and that's why I need to do it by myself. It would take a while, but I'll get it. I totally agree. I'm just throwing it out there because some people right now we kind of put in a pinch. I think I think we as a society have been put in desperation mode. Desperado. That's what I think. What's up, B Rich? Thank you, man. Say, I think it all also goes beyond cost. Who owns what? Having help with tasks when someone gets sick or hurt, things still are able to get done. Um, who owns what? Having help with tasks. Who gets sick? Who hurt? Hey, be rich. Um, Elaborate on what you're saying. You say I think it also goes beyond cost and who owns what. Having help with tasks when someone gets sick or hurt, things still are able to get done. Now, see, I'm gonna just touch on that. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but that's part of the problem I'm talking about. What if the people that helped you buy don't want to help you complete the tasks? How are you going to enforce that? What if you get sick and the other person like let the place go straight to hell because they don't want to do it? They don't want to tend to the chickens. They don't want to tend to the pigs. They don't want to tend to the livestock. All they want to do is pick fruit off the trees, right? I'm with Be Rich, Dave Busby, but I'm just coming. I want to put human nature in here. I want to talk about human nature because we can't just say everybody gonna be feeling it. Or hell, my land right now is a mess, and inside my shed is a mess because not only have I been busy, but some days I wake up and man, I'm hurting, my back hurting, my feet hurting, and I needed a minute to get some rest. But when I sit down and get some rest, that's 50 things that don't get done, right? So what if those other family members ain't feeling it like you feeling it? They think it's a good idea to own land and they love this idea of homesteading, but when it comes to really truly getting your hands dirty, look, man, trust me, everybody keeps saying, Lad, where your family at? Why ain't your family ever with you? Because when it comes to doing the real deep down dirty business of this, starting from scratch, man, everybody ain't built for this. They think they are. And that's why I've been trying to tell people for the longest, listen, buy your land. But I'm telling you, it comes at a price. It's a lot of homesteaders out here. They know it's a lot to do. Um, and I'm not even talking about, say you don't got no livestock. Say you just need to keep the acreage cut, keep the grass cut low. And then it could be little problems like, okay, I'll cut the grass, you go get the gas. I'm not paying for the gas. I paid for the gas last time. It be the little stupid stuff. Where my shovel at? I can't find my shovel. Oh, he was using his shovel on his side of the land to do XYZ. Man, leave my shovel alone. Or at least ask me, now you lost my shovel and it got stolen. I can't find it. It's the little things. And that's the part that I wanna keep real is never ever forget human nature. right? Never forget human nature. Precious SoCal Garden says, there's only one or two people I would purchase property with. The other family members and friends have too many shenanigans. And you want to know something else? Can I throw one more in there? Because I'm feeling y'all. Be rich, you too. But let's not forget human nature. Let's throw one more in there. And I'm not trying to drive people away from it. I just want to be realistic. Say you love your brother. Say you love your sisters. It's three of y'all. All of y'all chipped in on this land, right? You trust both your sister and your brother with your everything. You trust them with your children. You trust them with your life. Is y'all feeling me? Say there's no discrepancies and everybody is chipping in, helping cultivate the land. Everybody is doing their part. Everybody is doing everything they need to do. So there's no issues on who's doing what task. They're helping me with this, that, and the other thing. Everything is going smooth. I want to throw one more monkey wrench into the gears. Lord forgive me for saying that. I want to throw one more pipe wrench into the gears. Just because you love your brother that helped you buy land and you love your sister that also helped chip in on the land ain't got nothing to do with their friends. They invite some of their friends that you can't stand. And when they own that land, you own that land too. Yeah, this ain't no different than living in the city. So it's certain people you tell your how many people ever told their friend, like, hey, look, if you coming over, man, don't bring Willie. Don't bring Willie over here. How many people do that? Like, hey, man, we about to stop through. Who? You said we about to stop through. Who are with you? Who are with you? It's me, Brad, Willie. Whoa, 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 whoa. You, Brad, and who? It's just Willie, man. Don't bring Willie over here. Every time you bring Willie over here, man, we be about to fight. And the other thing, the reason why me and Willie always be about to fight, because Willie hands must got some gorilla glue on them because things go to missing every time Willie show up. Don't bring Willie over here, man. Man, it's cool, man. He all right, man. Nah, don't bring Willie over here. So I'm going to tell y'all about one other piece of human nature. It ain't your family members or the person that you chipped in with you to buy the land. It's their circles. It's their friends that you don't trust, that they seem to love for some reason. And you be like, hey, man, hey, look, ladies, you about to bring who over here? I'm about to bring Shanae with us. Don't bring her over here. Don't bring Shanae over here. Why not? Because every time y'all bring Shanae over here, Shanae don't know how to dress. Okay? Every time y'all bring Shanae over here, my kids ask me what nipples is and stuff and what is a thong, because she be showing all of her twigs and berries and juices and berries, and I gotta explain and give my kids a sexual education class every time Shanae leave. No. And my husband don't know how to act right. Every time she show up, he go to stuttering and acting stupid and telling dumbass jokes. Don't bring Shanae over here. She gonna be she all right. She cool. She with me. Shanae ain't got no boundaries. Be trying to sit on my husband's lap and stuff. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, though? Shanae be trying to be too cute around my husband, around my kids and everything. So when all of y'all are staying on land together, trust me, I don't care. Me and my daughter was about 5 acres apart. About 5 acres apart. I can't see them. They can't see me. To get to my daughter's side, you got to go for a little hike. For her to come here, you got to go for a little hike. I can't hear them. They can't hear me. I can't see them. They can't see me. But I'm telling you, when you stand on the same plot of land, their problems is your problems. Your problems is their problems. Period. And I'ma keep it 1,000. I got a family member that I told her don't have them over here. If I find out that you had them over here on my land, we gonna have to figure something else out. And it ain't that I'm trying to be controlling. It's I want what's good for the whole family. Like, look, you inviting thieves, people. I ain't talking about my daughter now. I'm talking about anybody. You might be inviting thieves, people that's whispering about what you got going on back in your woods, on your land. Oh yeah, man, I heard, man, they got like a bunch of four-wheelers, man. They got like tractors and everything. Look, or the friend that they bring may not intentionally be trying to do anything malice, but loose lips sink ships. They might be somewhere just talking and be like, hey man, who you say had them tractors? Yeah, man, my homeboy Led, man. He had him a nice tractor, man. Oh yeah, man. He looked like he spent about $80,000, $100,000 on this tractor. For real? It got all the attachments, everything. I don't know why he don't keep it locked up. Word? He don't lock it up? Nah, because he like nestled off in the backwoods. Ain't nobody gonna see. Oh yeah? So what's the address though? Them. The friend that was brought to your land by one of your loved ones, they're not intentionally trying to get you ganked. But by them running their mouth, now your business is out in the world. Right? And those words might whip right across Willie. Willie like, hey, how many lawnmowers you say you had? For real? Is they new? They nice? But how much they worth? And if you don't own land right now, I promise you, the first thing you're going to need to do is set up all security situations, cameras, Wi-Fi cameras, Wi-Fi, trail cams, everything that's going to alert you like this. I would love to show you, but I can't. Yeah, Willie ain't catch no shots if you can't catch him. Back to me says, I have a brother that talk too doggone much. If people starving, he would be the one to stand outside with a plate to show off what I. So I'm with you. Be rich, my brother. Be rich. That the way my friend Be Rich said, like, we can all chip in together, work together, share the tasks, share all the stuff. That's 100% true. But human nature kick in. I got one more for you too. Everybody don't want this. It's a fantasy. It's when you talk about owning land, it sounds great. It sounds great. But when you actually doing it, when you actually get out here and doing the work and having to deal with livestock dying or livestock that You just got attacked by a predator. So it's pieces of your livestock all over the place that you got to clean up. And I'm going to keep it real. It's the blood, the guts, the dismemberment stuff all over the place. You just don't pick up the pieces of your livestock. You also have to make sure you get up all the blood and everything else, because it'll go to stanking and drawing more predators. Now you got to predator proof all of your, whatever you have, your kennels or your cages. Let me see. S Green says, I guess get people to live on the land in exchange for work. Ooh, y'all see, y'all making me feel funny because I don't even want to do that. Michael B says, do you agree it takes a village? That saying is what's my words? I want to say this right. Overused or misused. It takes a village to do what? Because that part, that's serious. I know people like, we throw a lot of sayings around and stuff, but I promise you, it's not that simple just to throw out a cliche and then just because it's a cliche that we say all the time, it makes everything right. So your question to me is, do I agree it takes a village? My answer is, it depends on what you mean by that. Because I don't fully believe in that 100% on everything. Especially these days, I must say. Okay. Let me see. I got to figure out how to do this on this iPad. There we go. I see you. Purchase SoCal Garden. How you doing, my sister? Can you hear me? I think she done
Hey,
froze
bro,
up.
how you doing?
Uh-oh, she done froze up on us.
The froze. Let's see if you come
Okay.
back. Did I
Nope.
freeze up?
You froze. You gone. Let me see. T says lead. Let me see. Said lead, it's hard work, my brother. I worked 6 months here in the US and traveled down to say my husband and I was just asking that. We are looking for land, and if animal dies, but it's winter and the ground is frozen. Okay, I can answer that. Then you need your fire pit. If you have livestock and it passes away for any reason, whether it just natural causes or predator, that's where you need your fire pit, and you need to get that crump, and that's how you dispose of it. That's actually the best way to dispose of your livestock on some land. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you go burying say you lost a chicken, if you bury that chicken anywhere on that land, something is definitely going to dig it up. And once it get the taste of that chicken, it's going to be looking for more. It's going to be trying to smell wherever it came from, and it's going to lead it right back to your kennel. So me, if I lose a chicken, I give them an old Viking funeral, if you get what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, Precious, I think you back now. Let me see.
Let's see.
I think you good now.
I'm good. You can hear me?
You I can hear you.
Okay. Cool. I hadn't posted the video,
You out of
but I
here.
was talking about I just did a video on the live you did yesterday. Oh no.
Okay.
I can see
You
and hear you.
you breaking up really bad.
You're kind of slow, but I could see and hear you.
Really.
Really?
Yeah, you the one freezing up. I'm good.
Okay. Let me let me see if I could try to go to another room. Give me a minute here. I'm gonna try to go to another room.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but that's messing up. She going in and out. Something is going on. Uh Kaja, I think it's your name. Can you show your face for me, please? If you wanted to come up. There you go. There you go. Hold on. All right. We be having some strange stuff coming in and out. How you doing? Well, okay. There you go. Can you hear me? Your mic is off.
I can hear you.
There you go. Now we can hear.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to go to work, but one of the options I was the one talking about the buying land.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you froze up or is it me? Okay,
That was you.
so sometimes you got to make the second best choice, not the first best choice.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not an option. So our land, well, I'm in Florida, so everything is expensive in Florida.
Yeah.
But if you could get a big partial, and if everybody, let's say it's 50,000, and every 5 or 6 people come together, you subdivide it. If you come with the cash at the purchase, then you could subdivide it at the purchase because the bank don't have to put it in one person's name because you're not going through the bank. And if
Mm-hmm.
you don't have the money, get you a part-time job. Go hard for 6 months. Do not touch the money. You've been living without it. Continue living without it. Don't even cash the check. Just sit it somewhere and collect them. Then in 6 months, come to the table. You with the other people that you selected and the land, or get an idea of what land is going for
Yeah.
and where you all want to be. And then y'all go in with your cash. You ain't got to have no bank involved. You can put the extra money with it to get the lawyer to subdivide it. And you make sure you check your zoning. Like where I'm at, it could only be one house on 2.5 acres.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other one with an ag designation, if it's for family and you know your family messy, because I don't want my sister living with me. I got 2 other pieces of land over here. I'm put that over there across the street, mine too.
Right.
I was gonna
Okay.
put her cat a corner from me, and I'm gonna put a fence around here with some dogs, cause I don't want her here. But I will let her live on the land. But I don't, you could still own it, but you could lease them if things got bad because it was a daughter and a father with their farm, and they got a big piece of land. They're on YouTube, and they're having all kinds of problems with
Mm-hmm.
certain demographics coming on their land, burning their land,
Mm-hmm.
and different things. So sometimes
Breaking up on me. You breaking up on me. You was hot.
or something, like that, just because sometimes it's safety in numbers, but you just
Yeah.
got to be careful who those numbers are.
Right.
And yeah. So
Well,
I
you
always
know
say,
what? You are 100% correct. And that is a problem with encroaching neighbors. That's another problem. And just because you got family members there don't always mean that they're going to help you settle that situation, because there's a young lady on YouTube. Please, nobody say nobody names because I don't know them. I don't want to front them out or nothing.
Yeah.
And she's been having problems with neighbors encroaching and doing weird stuff on their land and hopping the fence and hunting on their land. I think we talking about the same young lady and her
Yeah,
father, I
her
believe.
father. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've been watching them, and I've been watching that situation, and sometimes it don't matter how many numbers you got. When people are set out to terrorize you, they're gonna do it. So one person, 17 rounds. That's what, because I don't care how many people you got with you.
Yeah.
Some of these people they're emboldened, and they believe that
In this
anything
era.
you got belongs to them for some reason. Okay.
Yeah.
And no matter what you do, how legal you did it, they still feel we can hunt over there whenever we've been hunting there for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then y'all coming now, we can't? Oh, no, that ain't how it works. So that's how they think.
Man, it was the funniest thing watching the county commissioner's zoning meeting and certain demographic talk about that gentrified. I was like, ain't no certain demographic get gentrified. They was on here talking about they gonna run our property values up. We don't want them Hispanic people coming here. It wasn't funny to nobody else, but that's what my brain saw.
Well,
But
I'm like this. This is one of the reasons why I'm pretty much dead set on I love my brothers and sisters. I do.
mm-hmm.
I don't want to do that though. You understand? And it's because we are all so different.
Yeah.
And it ain't because I don't love them or nothing. And it ain't, nothing. It's just, whew,
Yeah. Certain people hear the message or they see things, and then you become the weird family member who think Armageddon finna happen to then they at your door talking about I need to come in. So, you be deemed that weird family member.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but and what you were saying about sometimes people think they about that life and
Ooh.
they don't want to, then when they see the work, they don't want to do it.
Woo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo. And that's the part that I'm going to give it 80% of people, they think they bought that life until they actually are doing it. And the first thing, they need to go take a break. They need to go sit down. They need a drink of water. They got to go to the bathroom. They got to go pee. They want to run to the store. I'll be right back. And like, man, we ain't going to never get nothing done if let's just knock this out. Oh, it's hot. Ooh, it's cold. Ooh, it's, man.
I want to have a drink after work, and now that drink done made me sleepy when I was supposed to be out there in that yard.
Right.
And they be like, you can have that drink after we get out there in that yard.
See, or I done messed around and got hungry and I ate too much. Now I'm full. I don't feel like going out there. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So you on point.
Just wanted to put that out there. I had to go to work, and this is my little piece of nothing until I get ready to do something. But it's hard.
Girl, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. I was just down there a minute ago too. So next time I come down there, I'll probably shout out. This time was a little business oriented, but next time I come down there, I'm gonna shout it out and have everybody meet me at what I ain't gonna ask what part of Florida you on. I usually go around.
I'm in South Florida. I'm in South Florida.
Oh,
I'm in South Florida.
Country South Florida. Down there. I almost went down there. Okay.
Yeah, but the country part. But they had like a orange grove that they were selling off because the family didn't want to do it no more. And so that's like pure ag land. So on ag land, you can have as much worker housing as you want. So if, like I said, if you're a family and you want to let some of your family stay there, you just make your business and put them down as ag workers, and you can have more than one house or whatever living structure on it.
Right. So, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you, my sister. I ain't gonna hold you up.
I gotta go to work.
I'm glad you was able to come up and holler at us because that's some
good
information.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, we're gonna let Precious come on back in here real quick. There you go.
Okay, it's better, right? It's better.
Yeah. Yes.
Amen. Okay.
It's nice and crisp.
Just have to move to another room real quick. That's but Unfortunately, I don't have too much family that I would get property with because they have way too many shenanigans. They not gonna put in the work. I am the weird relative that is doing everything right
Right.
now. And all I have is a couple of chickens, and they think I'm doing too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Trust and believe. Being that one family member
Mhm.
is really what's going. You know what? I'm gonna stop saying that. I hope we don't get to that point.
Amen.
Okay. But the way things are going, for instance, you know, Lady Lady had to go back to the house. Now I got stuff I still got to finish here.
Yeah.
She just took a whole, I'm gonna say about 2 or 3 18 packs of eggs with her for the house. And
Wow.
all my chickens just replenished half of that. I got about 36 eggs. Boom, replenished. And everybody ain't ready. They're not ready. Put it like this. They're gonna be coming knocking at your door in a
Yep.
minute.
Not
Everybody is paying. Go ahead.
not everybody is ready. I had a cousin that passed away early last year, same age as me, just a couple of months older. And when I went to the funeral, oh, we have a couple of family members here because it's like me, one of my aunts, and one of my cousins that grow food. And I have a cousin on my mom's side. Oh, this is gonna be the relative that's gonna help us. And I was kind of standing there like, no, no,
Not me.
no,
Not this one.
not maybe some of y'all. I like some of y'all. Most of y'all,
You,
no,
you know,
no.
the people you only see during funerals in the
Yes,
first place,
thank
right?
you. They don't call, don't check up on you, no nothing.
No,
I have a situation now where I have relatives my mom's age moving around the corner from me. They move into a 55 and older, and they need to because
right.
they're sickly, and their daughter was upset because she wasn't getting a commission on the getting his house, right?
Okay,
And so I call up there because I've been helping them. I'm the one who's been taking them, design center, doing everything, not asking for money, not doing anything. And I call up there, what's going on? Why is she not getting a commission? They said her real estate license expired. Shenanigans.
right, right, right.
You want me, number one, I wasn't asking for no money, but you want me to do all this work and you want to collect a commission on something you ain't doing. I don't leave money on the table. I've been a notary for 20 years. Every 4 years, I know my notary's going to expire. A year before expire, I start looking for a class. That's money. Even if, because this person was like, well, I'm going to pay $100 and I was going to get my license. That's not the point. Why didn't you have it? Why are you leaving money on the table? You have a regular job, but you still could be selling houses and doing this over here. I don't got time for those kind of shenanigans. Right. I don't leave money on the table. I don't leave anything on the table. Like you and Lady Led was saying yesterday about, let's say a part for a car is $3,200, the price of gold. And the mechanic is going to say, oh, yeah, that's nice. You got that gold, but this part is going to be $6,000. Money's not going to mean anything when it really goes down. It's like you were saying, a book of Eli. What can you barter? That man didn't care about how many bulls and goats and cows you had. He wanted that one little slip, and I seen that movie of cleaning paper.
Yeah, little towel.
Yeah.
See?
And not gonna care.
And let me, now that everybody is in here, I'm going to tell you something personal that I'm dealing with right now. Yesterday's video, I kept seeing everybody, how is the pond going? What's going on with the pond? How is the pond going? And I didn't want to address that in that video because that's not what the video was about. But today, I will talk about it with you on here because me and you go way back, okay? So everybody that's in here, you get the first hit on what's going on with the pond. Is exactly what I got through saying yesterday, which is Once, this is the second time this has happened, and it's some people that know about this situation here on YouTube. People come here and they find out who I am and think I'm rich. Okay? So all of a sudden, oh yeah, it's gonna cost about 10, 15, 20,000. I said, listen, man, you're not gonna tell me it's gonna cost $10,000 to dig a hole in the ground.
Yep.
You're not telling me that. Because if that's what you're saying, I'm gonna have to let you go. Oh, well, you wanted the house torn down. I said, listen, I said, forget the houses. Just dig a hole in the freaking ground, build a mound on the back so it don't, a berm, and go away. Well, we gotta dig for the well. We gotta hit water. No, you don't. I didn't ask you to dig a well system. I asked you to put a hole in the ground, 8 feet deep. It was ending up 8 feet deep. I didn't ask you to dig me a well. See, now we talking about digging a well. So the more I talk to these people, the more I find out you don't even know what you're doing. So here we are in a time right now that if somebody I forgot, I left out the best part. Now people, the first question they ask you when you want to have some work done is, so what's your budget? Oh my God. Never answer that.
Nope, don't ever answer it.
Family, if y'all listening to me, if you want to have some work done, it don't matter whether it's on your land, it's on your car, it's on your house, nothing. If the salesman or the technician or whoever they are asks you, so how much money you trying to spend? Like, what's your budget? If you answer that, you are a whole fool. And
they gonna go past that budget. I'm in procurement. I've been in procurement 25 years. When you talk about supply chain, because I remember you was talking about, I think it was you was talking about how the barge was stuck off the coast of Africa. I had me and you were right in line with that. And to segue into this, before I got my electric car, I looked for a year. I always look for a year before the other car gonna go down or whatever. And so I ended, and I'm gonna say it, I ended up at a Hyundai dealership. Yeah. Now I had put money down on the Tesla and I had put money down on the Volvo. So I was like, well, the Hyundais are looking pretty nice. They're a little bit cheaper. Let me check it out. Going there, I said, well, I want the Hyundai, YouTube University. I want the one where the council, you pay 50 grand for a car. You want every bell and whistle, even if you ain't going to use it in that car. They said, well, we don't have that. You have to buy what's on the lot. I said, you asking me to pay 50 G's for a car and you going to tell me that you just going to give me anything on that lot? Strike number one. Number one. You selling a luxury car, but you don't got luxury service. Strike number one. Then I say I wanted a sunroof. Well, we could do that off the market. Strike number two. I've been in procurement a long time, and my qualifications in procurement are with construction, above ground, underground. I know this stuff. So then this fool gonna say to me, he gonna say, well, I don't know what your budget is. I don't know how much you can afford. I said, man, I just told you I put money down on the Volvo and the Tesla. What makes you think I was concerned about how much I'm gonna pay monthly for this car? I was like, man, you talking to a G? I said, I'm from the hood. I know I'm from Watson, Compton. Stop it. Stop it. I said, he said, well, do you need this? I said, well, do you need to make a sale today, my friend? Do you want to sell a car today? Which he didn't. I ended up with a Volvo. Don't ever tell. I do bids all day long. Don't ever tell anybody what your budget is. I'm like, what kind of discounts can you give? What kind of options? What can you give? And then you give me the price, and then I let you know if I want to pay that. Don't ever tell them your budget.
Ever. Because this is where I screwed up. Now I'm like, that's why I'm saying I can be honest with y'all. This is where I screwed up. is when I said, listen, I'm not trying to go over $5,000 to dig a hole in the ground. Exactly what you just said. They went over and beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if anybody looks on YouTube in any state, any county, any city, go look at what $5,000 will get you building a pond. If you go look, I don't care if it's in California, Texas, New Jersey, I don't care where it is, just a simple half-acre to quarter-acre pond. This one man built this dude a pond for $4,500,
Mm-hmm.
and he had to clear trees, stumps, and all this other stuff, and was done in about a week. Had him all dug out and everything. That didn't sound right at all. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
He had him all, ready to go.
Yeah.
And all they had to do was just wait for the rain, check for leaks and everything. These people that I got, they saying we gonna keep digging till we hit water. I said, for what?
They not even putting in infrastructure. Let me tell you this. They're not. So when I used to work for the natural gas utility out here, the more pipe they lay down into the trench, the lesser the cost per foot, right? It's supposed to be less. You actually get more, for your money, the more of the plastic piping or steel pipe or whatever they put in the ground. So if on your property, if there's not a lot of infrastructure, meaning underground gas, water, electricity, whatever, all they're digging is a hole, there's no way they should be charging you, because there's nothing that they can possibly hit. They shouldn't even have to call, what's that, dig alert 411 or whatever. So and a lot of men get mad at me because there are certain things that I know, like about cars. Years ago, they were like, oh, your head gasket, you're gonna have to, oh God, Nissan, you're gonna need a whole new engine. And I said, well, why is that? Oh, well, because your head gaskets going out, and usually on these cars you got to get an engine anyway. So number one, I said, so you telling me Nissan, no, they putting faulty engines in their car? And they looked at me. I said, let me check what you call the spark plugs. You guys said you changed the coils or whatever. If the oil is like creamy color or whatever, then I know I got a leak. And they just looked at me. I said, so you lying? I said, so go and put my car back together.
Right.
I said, I bought it here because it's convenient. And then I had to take it. They will play these games. If there's no infrastructure on your land already, it should have been less than $4,500 for them to that home.
And I'm going to be honest with you. This is what I told my wife. I told her while we was in Florida last week. I said, listen, this is the last person I'm going to call. I said, if they jive me around, which they are, matter of fact, before I started this video, I talked to them. It was a bunch of bull. I said, okay. I told my wife, I said, baby, what I'm going to do is take that money and buy me a tractor.
Mm-hmm.
And now I got a tractor to dig my own pond. I got a tractor to clean up my land. I got a tractor to build my trails that I want to build. I'll have something that I invested in that I can do more than just build this pond.
Yep.
So, and she is 100% gung-ho with it. I said, that's what I'm gonna have to do. And now if I got to go over my budget to invest in a piece of machinery that's gonna help us cultivate our land, now we talking something real, right?
Yep.
So that's what I'm gonna have to do.
To me, that stuff is an asset. Like when talking about cars, people say, oh, well, they depreciate. No, they don't. I paid $35,000 for that car 15 years ago, and that car is still ticking. To me, that's an asset. It's an asset to me because it's going to give me the opportunity to go where I need to go, do what I need to do. People need to stop thinking that you're going to purchase these large items like refrigerators, stoves. Oh, they depreciate. No, it's an asset. And if you keep it running and keep it ticking, it's going to help you 10, 15 years on down the line.
Right.
So that tractor that you got, that is an asset.
Right.
And if you could keep it going, I'm trying to think, can you depreciate it? I mean, if it's none of my business what you guys are doing with your land. But if you're claiming some of your land for business purposes, like, then it may, talk to a good tax accountant to see if you can depreciate the cost of that tractor.
Well, you got to remember, I am a business. Okay. So everything that I do, I write off. Everything business worthy, especially this land, I write off because this is part of my business, is showing y'all the world, showing y'all all of this how-tos and these investments. This is like a job. Okay. Along with my other business, these are jobs. So I don't ever want to end up purchasing a piece of equipment for any reason and it's not going to pay me back in one way, form, or another. Because then you'll be robbing yourself.
Yeah.
And somebody even said in the comments a little earlier that when the people told me, well, the quote they gave me is like it's like a whole hell no for me.
It was stupid.
this is where they dropped the ball and messed up. They said, well, we got to rent the equipment from us. Wait a minute.
You don't got your
do what? Right. They told me the tool company that they got to rent the excavator from. And she said that's going to cost them at least $2,000 a day to rent the excavator. Number one, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
Number two, you must be horrible at business because you just told me I can go out and rent the excavator and dig my own hole in the dirt. Huh?
They're not very smart.
What kind of business is that? Like, I can figure it out. We got to hit water. We can rent. And she's trying to tell me they're the best and they're going to give me the best price because they can get the tool rental for a better price. Now, here's the bad part about that. I know how much it costs to rent that tool.
And it ain't that much.
It ain't even close to that.
It ain't nowhere close to that.
No. So, look, I have never in my life ran an excavator, ever.
Yeah.
That is about to end up changing in a minute. Y'all gonna see me on YouTube going the wrong way and everything. I'll be swinging it. Think about this. I'd rather waste $2,000 learning how to use a piece of equipment than to give it away to somebody don't know no better than I do.
And you just got a new skill that you could do part-time if somebody needed to hire somebody to run an excavator. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I was watching what was it? Garden Answers with Laura and her husband. They've been on YouTube for years. And somebody had asked her husband, well, why did you get that type of tool? I think they're on like 3 or 5 acres. Right. And he was real smart. I knew this. So with certain machines, you can't already have cement down because that machine will tear that concrete up. People don't know that. And so they do have cement and stuff in certain parts of their land. So he has, I forgot, it wasn't a backhoe, it was some type of machine, but his has the regular wheels on it. Right. And so I caught on to it and they were like, well, it's more money. He was like, yeah, but now I can just drive anywhere on the land without tearing up stuff.
It don't have the tracks.
Yeah, it don't have the tracks on it. Right. And me being a female, most people wouldn't have got it. And I was liking what you were saying yesterday, that people need to start learning skills. Like I've changed light bulbs on my car before. That's something simple, but a lot of women haven't changed their brake lights and stuff on their car. I know how to check for fluid. I know how to check for I know how to do basic little things until AAA come and get me and take me where I need to go. Even just having AAA. When you say AAA, people think they're talking about insurance. No, I'm talking about tones. $70 per year to go get towed 4 times. So you and Lady Lead was like right on it yesterday, telling people get your skills up, especially I had a break situation. Oh Lord, I was young. Because I think we're about the same age. I'll be 51 this year.
Yeah.
Man, back in the day, you know, when gas was 85 cents or whatever, I take my little old Nissan Datsun. I learned how to drive stick on it to get brakes. And I'm like, what's taking them so long? I just needed brakes and rotors. And I called my mom. And they're like, ma'am, you know, let me take you. I didn't know anything. And I just started crying. Oh, my mama, they telling me I need this. And they sitting up there laughing. My mom said, tell them to put that car back together and bring that. Well, we can't put it together. I was like, put my car back together.
Right.
Real ghetto. And then I started learning. You know, if nobody teaches you, you don't know. But this, I'm kind of scared for our future because this generation, they don't know how to write in cursive. They don't know how to tie their shoes.
Let me tell you. I'm gonna be honest with everybody in here tonight. If that camera would have stayed rolling when me and my wife sat here talking all night, I think I probably would have had 1 million views on that video.
Wow.
Because when you get her talking, so y'all know I can talk, I can go.
Yeah.
When you get her rolling and she starts spitting, she shuts me down and shuts me up. And I'm sitting there listening to her and her wisdom. And I'll be like, I wish people would have, and I told her, I wish that camera was on.
She got wisdom.
All of that.
And it ain't about education. It's about just growing up, and you learn from experiences and mistakes that you have made. We were born in the 70s. We were born at a time where you rode outside on your bike till the street lights came on. Then we come into the 80s. Then we come into the 80s. Wait a minute. We didn't have no microwave till like 1980. We was already like 6-7 years old. Then we go into high school, junior high. Wasn't no cell phones. Wasn't none of that.
Then
you start getting a personal computer. So we went from 6 tracks to 8 tracks to LPs to cassettes to DVDs.
Right.
We went through all of this, and you experience life. But what people don't understand, that laws change, but principles don't.
Right.
Stick with principles of nature, principles of life. And one thing you should always be doing is always trying to educate yourself, always trying to learn new skills, always trying to learn something new. If you're not continually learning on a daily basis, you're stagnant and you're dying.
Period. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we were talking about last night. Like, we were actually talking about time. Like, I told her, and I know this sounds crazy, I'm like, listen, I'm done. I'm done with this era. You understand? You know,
yes.
When I was a nurse, for the life of me, I could not understand why some of my patients wanted to be DNRs, do not resuscitate. And I was like, wow, you really wouldn't want nobody to bring you back to they. Most of my patients in my whole years of nursing, if they have a do not resuscitate on them, I always like, God, that's rough, you know.
Yeah.
And it ain't like this person is dying of some horrible illness or something. They are like, you got to sign paperwork to say, do not resuscitate me.
They are mentally and emotionally tired.
That's it.
They're done.
So I was telling her, look, DNR, this era, I'm not supposed to be here.
Yes. That's how I feel.
I feel every day. I feel every day I wake up, I'm on another planet. I don't understand anything. I don't
Yeah,
understand the music, the language, and I know that's how our elders used to feel, but this is extreme.
it is. I thought I was crazy. I told my mom, I said, is everybody smoking weed that drives? Is everybody?
Just
I
wait
said,
a
is
second.
every
Ah, just
I said, is it me? My mom said, baby, it's both. It's both. Now my mother loved driving. If it ain't to dialysis, she'd be like, when can you take me to the market? She's done. She's done. She will be 77 this year. I take her to so many doctor's appointments. She's like, I'm tired of going to the doctor. One of my friends lost his mother and father within a week of each other. Within a week, they had a double memorial. And I had talked to one of his brothers. I just happened to see him. I'm like, hey, how you doing? How's mom and pops doing? And he said, Precious, my dad is done. He said, if anything else happened, he said, I'm done. Don't bring me back.
right,
And I think like 2 months later, we had their funerals because the mother was already having dementia and they were going to have his funeral. And then mom said, Pops is not here anymore. And then she went down here within a week of each other. They were like, I'm done. I've never seen it. I've never seen it like
right,
this. I,
right. See,
and it's
now
crazy.
I felt the reason why I screamed when you said, like, is everybody smoking weed now? Look, do you know while we was driving back from Florida, that was a whole hour's conversation between me and her. Because when I went to go get my truck taken care of, and I was walking around the city because I ain't got no car, I'm like, what's going on? This dude sat down. I'm sitting on a bench outside of Publix, you know, just staying out of the sun in Florida. And this dude sitting down and just start
Going
smoking
at
a cigarette. I'm right here. So I'm trying my hardest not to take offense
it. Mm-hmm.
because I'm not a smoker. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, man, that's rude as hell. Listen, whether you smoke or not, it's none of my business. Whether you want to kill yourself or not, it's none of my business.
Do your thing, but
I don't want to help you do your thing.
yep.
So all day, either I'm seeing people smoking in places I don't know what the rules are now. I don't know what happened to the laws where, it got to a point you really didn't see too many people smoking no more. Or they're in designated places behind the building or something. Not no more.
Not no more.
They in the store. I'm like, what's happening? Listen,
they're
you
crazy.
know what? And I'm gonna tell y'all this. I know people ain't gonna feel me, but I take a drunk over a smoker all day. And people say, yeah, but the weed don't mess with it. I don't care. If a dude is drunk, I do not have to indulge in his bad habits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's drunk over there.
To himself.
Smoking of any sort, if you smoking crack sitting right here,
you smell it.
I'm smoking crack. Now you don't just smell it, you inhaling it.
Yes.
So I got up from the dude smoking a cigarette, and I did want to say, hey man, I'm sitting here. I'm in Florida. I got that popcorn popper on my hip. Yep. And I'm in Florida. Stand your ground. I'm like, with all the craziness going on, this can go bad real quick.
Yes.
Okay. So I just picked up my bag and I left. But would I have been wrong? Now I thought this. Would I have been wrong if I just turned up a cheek and just start cranking them out? I thought of this. This was going through my head.
They think you wrong. They think you wrong.
Would you look at me like, hey, what you doing? Because then we're going to have a problem.
Yeah.
So this is the world we live in now where, for instance, if I would have had to pee and I just stood up and start peeing, he would have looked at me like, hey, what are you doing?
Well, that's my right to pee.
Or I'm peeing on your shoe. Yeah. Your smoke. Now I smell like cheap gasoline cigarettes, right? Gas station cigarettes. So listen, I ain't got no problem with what everybody want to do with themselves. But I don't want to help you in your habits, whether it's smoking weed or smoking cigarettes, whatever.
Yes.
So I'm just kind of like, yeah, but I'm sorry I had to tell you about that.
No, it's okay.
Because that one hit me hard. Like, yo,
like the way people drive. I left my phone in my room, but I was somewhere and this guy was driving real stupid. I was on the freeway. Well, California, there's always a high-speed chase, like at least once. It's stupid. And I don't understand why, born and raised here, there's a high-speed chase at least once a day. Somebody just got killed. I think the high-speed chaser just got killed in one. But this guy acted stupid. Got my little pad here. He was literally looking down and looked up one time to see if his vehicle, if you ever got a ticket and you go to driver's training, how many tons is a diesel? What is it, 8 tons?
Yeah.
Coming at you. Your car might be small, but it's thousands or hundreds of pounds of weight coming at you. You're driving equipment and you're looking down at your phone and not once looked up. I'm surprised he was able to stop the car.
Now I'm gonna say this. I am having a hard time pronouncing their name. Kaja, Koja, says this.
Kaja Malik.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Say that don't just be weed they smoking.
No.
Okay, that's why another reason I don't want to smell it.
It could be wet.
And right. And those cigarettes be laced.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what is the deal? I don't want to smell that. And now you know that. We ain't gonna say the name. Start with an F.
Yeah.
If all you do is touch that, and your eyes across, and you out of here. You know? Oh, this is a true story. While I'm walking, my sister calls me. And she's like, what you walking for? Where you at? I said, I'm in Florida. Why you walking? I told her my truck is in the shop. She said, well, where are you walking to? I said, I guess I'm going to just walk and get something to eat. I ain't too far from the condo, so I'm going to just, she said, well, why don't you just catch an Uber? Them Ubers be taking advantage of people in the back seats. She was laughing. you know, I said, I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful.
You got my mom over here laughing.
I said, I'm worth getting touched on. So I feel like, somebody climb in the back seat with me and try to give me a love hickey on my neck. He said, yo, big old butt, ain't nobody telling you. I said, see, that's where you wrong. See, she said, can't nobody take you. I said, that's where you wrong, because they got that new drug now. All you do is touch it, and you wake up with your pants down. You don't know.
Somebody take your goodies.
Yeah, your goodies is missing. The whole cookie jar is broken. Forget the top. The whole cookie jar is broke.
You got my mother over here cracking.
Listen, this is the day and time. It's funny, but it's not, right?
It's the truth.
You wake up.
Goodies,
you wake up in a field with pants around your ankles, and all you wanted to do was call an Uber car to take you to the house. I don't trust them. Yeah. I don't trust none of them. I don't care if they're young little kids or nothing. They play too much too. They say, oh, but they young. They ain't got it. They plays too much.
They play too much. When my mother, I had to go get my other car because I did it as non-op because I needed to do a small, so I had to get the engine rebuilt. So I couldn't even get it small. Right. So I had to catch an Uber. My mom's like, she's like, let me know everything about that Uber driver. And at first I was like, I'm 50 years old. Don't nobody want me. But I always get, you don't look 50.
No. But I gotta stop you.
Yeah, you gotta stop me. Yeah.
This ain't got nothing to do with your age. Not this one. This age ain't nothing but a number. Okay? Listen, I just heard on the news twice. These are two separate occasions that some lady was 87 or
Lord.
something. Okay. And I don't know what he did for a living. I'm gonna call him Uber Eat. I told you that Uber
You said
the
Uber.
hell out. Uber Eat came in and was like, yeah, we got the matzo ball pizza sub sandwich for it. I didn't order none. And next thing you know, okay, this happened twice.
Wow.
Your age, and this is what got me. Young, good-looking young man shouldn't have no problem. You know.
Obviously, he got a problem.
Hey, so don't be talking about what people preferences is.
Yes.
All right.
They ain't got no preference.
He like seasoned and marinated. Okay.
You said seasoned and marinated.
And marinated. You know them. That's them OGs. They ain't just seasoned in the game. They marinated.
Marinated.
Okay.
Yesterday, we had a one of my Blink cameras went down, but I was happened to be in the backyard, and we have a security bar door, the kind you can't see through. I paid a lot of money because people come to the door. I can't see you, and I'll be like, right. I know you can't see me. That's on purpose. I don't want you to see me.
Right.
So I hear him knocking. I hear the ring going off. Hi, hello. So finally, I'm like, who is at my door? I come to the gate. He looked over the gate. Ooh, it's nice back there. I said, man, I had something in my hand. I said, what you want, man?
See?
What you want? Oh, I'm from here. He gonna show me his badge like I know whether or not. I don't know if it's real, but if you come back here, I got something for you. Well, I could come back. I said, you can't come back over here, and you need to step up off my property. Get off them rocks that's on the other side of that gate.
And right there is why I don't want to keep having people come to my land. Mm-hmm. You understand? I don't want to keep having hey man, listen, can y'all come and do this favor for me? Listen, I got a boat I want to give away. I got a mobile home I want to give away. Mm-hmm. I got stuff out here that I want to give away because I don't want it. But say I put it on Craigslist, because everybody said just put it on Craigslist, put it on Facebook Market. And you get a whole bunch of lunatics coming back here looking around, and whether they get it or not, 9 times out of 10 they won't. They just being nosy.
Yep.
And you know you got a security problem.
Yep.
So I'm really picky with who I want coming here. And I told my wife, these people for the pond, them gonna be the last ones.
Yes.
Because unless it's somebody I know, these are the last ones. I'll go get a shovel and start digging myself. Well, remember back in our day, if you needed something done or you wanted to help pay for the rent, we had a house party.
Yes.
So, you know, everybody come grab a shovel. I got some barbecue and some cold beer, liquor, and everybody come out here and help me dig this hole.
Yep.
You know? And that's it. They don't do that stuff no more.
They don't do it no more.
No.
The last guy I had, well, besides Marcos, because Marcos, my neighbor, he's my handyman. Marcos, I love me some Marcos. But I had this guy who worked at the Tractor Supply. We befriended each other. I know his wife and stuff. He don't be up on his business. He leave money on the table. Nice guy. He put together the new coop, the cage. And so the backyard start looking junky. And what happens when you start having junk? Rodents and stuff want to start coming up. I could sell this Precious. I said, if you're going to sell it, take it off my property and sell it. I said, it's still, I don't even care if you want to split the money with me. I said, just take it. Shenanigans. He kept taking too long. He didn't want the old. I can't deal with shenanigans. He didn't want the old coop. So my landscaper, who comes twice a month, name is Cristino. I was like, Cristino. And he talks to me all the time. He got chickens. I think he got a little guinea pig or whatever. He said, I'll take it, Precious. I said, how much? So we have a dump that's close. I said, how much do you need from me? You need to take it to the dump. And he said, Precious, you always fair with me. That was the first time he said, you're always fair with me. Pay me whatever you want. I gave him $100. He took all the stuff. Like he should have been paying me, but I took him to pay the stuff. I said, well, you could use this. He said, well, I'm going to use the old coupe for this, and I'm going to use it for that. 2 weeks later, all lallygagger that helped me put the stuff together. Hey, you still got this stuff? Nah, bro. Don't come back over here. It's gone.
Yeah,
That
see
stuff
that?
is gone.
That's me all day. That's
all day.
me. I don't go back and forth with folks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good at it. I just go away. I just go away. I don't want to go back and forth. I don't want to have to explain myself, because 9 times out of 10 people know what they done did wrong. And I'm not, and I feel, as out of respect for you, you grown as hell. You know what you said, or you know what you did. You know, and I'm not gonna do that with you. I don't even do that with my kids, man. Y'all, my kids is gone. I'm not gonna sit around and be like, remember that one time when you do that. So when I need some business taken care of, I don't keep calling you to find out if you can do it. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna tell you what I wanted done. I'm gonna tell you how I want it. Oh man, you should have called me, man. No, we ain't doing that.
No time
and I told you.
Shenanigans. Since we truth time here, just like you were saying, truth time.
Come on, truth. Give us the truth.
I was getting rid of the old cage because it was ghetto rigged. I usually call it in rigged, but it was ghetto rigged, right? Got rid of that, and he came the day before he was supposed to. He started that like it was on a Tuesday, and it was a week where we had rain. It's not typical for us in California to have rain for a week, but we had rain for a week. So I'm like, bro, you need to get over here. He started the day early. I'm like, okay, he's getting it done. The next day he said, I'm gonna be over there in the morning. Man, about time 10 o'clock came, 10 o'clock in the morning, he not here. I'm like, what's going on? I text him, I call him, he ain't answering. By this time, he finally texted me back, I'm gonna be there by 2 o'clock. I'm like, the clouds is coming in. You want to be back there with them chickens with the poop and all? This is you. So then he texts me and say, I gotta go to the insurance company to do this claim, the yada yada yada. I said, don't come. I don't have time. I gotta unlock my gate. I gotta let you in. You're disturbing my time. You're disturbing my peace. You're disturbing my chickens because they are beings. They have their situation. When nightfall start coming, this is before daylight savings, time start coming, they want to settle in. You don't need to be disrupting them. But no, I could do it. I was like, nah, you gonna wait. So he ended up coming that Saturday, still late. Couple of days later, finally got everything done. Well, I can add this. I was like, don't add nothing. I just want you to take this stuff and be done with it.
Right.
You know, it took him what it took Marcos a weekend to do, because Marcos be on point. I should have had Marcos do it.
Tell Marcos to come over here. Let me holler at him.
Yes.
I need to talk to Marcos.
Marcos is the man. It took him 2 weeks. My mom's like, he's a nice guy, but is he coming over here again? I was like, he need to finish what he started.
Right.
And then he called me a few weeks ago or texted me, hey, you need some work. I ain't got no work for you. I don't got nothing. I don't need you interrupting my world. I don't got nothing for you. Sorry. I don't got time for it. I'm a notary on the side. I cannot go to somebody's house. Oh, I can't come today. They need to get their mortgage notarized. Right. They need to get it recorded at the county recorders. Everything needs to be timed. I don't waste people's money and I don't waste people's time. And my mom said, he don't know you very well. I said, well, this is 50-year-old Precious, not 25-year-old Precious that would have got crunk. I'm not trying to go to jail. Right. But I was thoroughly irritated. I was like, I just want you to finish so you can leave my property.
Yeah. And see that right there, that's me all day. I don't got time to sit around wasting time, and I need things done. Listen, we sitting here talking, chopping up on YouTube is one thing, okay? When I need something done, I need that junk done, like done.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not used to this new world of people. Let me put it to you like this. In this new world,
Yep.
anybody can slap one of the magnet stickers on the side of their truck or their van or their car, and
Yep.
all of a sudden they're a business.
Mm-hmm.
And they unprofessionally will come out, no uniform, doesn't come knock on your door. Yeah, look like your roof is about need to replace. Who the hell are you?
You. Yep.
Oh, hi, I'm Brad. No, you ain't. No, you ain't gonna do that. Gone. You come knocking on my door with your little clipboard and your dirty pants. You don't know who looking at you through the peephole. I'm looking at you through the door. This
Yes.
Glock is pointing at you. Boy, gone. Oh, your roof, man, move.
Oh, that reminds me of something. So when them shenanigans was going on with dude, right? Not coming when he was supposed to. I got cameras. I got those blink cameras from a couple of years ago. So I had unlocked the gate because we always keep our gate locked. We keep our electricity box locked. We keep it locked. Got the keys for it. So somebody come to the door. I seen, because my office is in the front of the house. I seen one guy coming, but the person that came to the door was taller and have on a different shirt. And I was like, I saw somebody else come, but my mom knows she don't open the door for nobody.
Right.
So then I'm talking to the dude, and he was like, well, we have this. He couldn't get it out right. He was already feeling like this chick is a pro. Whatever he was trying to say, I was like, no, I ain't interested. Well, how much was your bill? You don't need to know how much my electricity bill was. You don't need to know nothing. You just need to know you need to get off this porch. So I go back and I look at the blink camera. The other dude was waiting, hiding out, like on the side, while the other dude was talking. And so I text my shenanigans over here. I was like, you said you was gonna be here. I said, we two women in this house by ourselves. Luckily, I got my game on.
Right.
I know what's going on. I said something could have happened if I had not had my wits about me and open that door, because one was waiting and I had them cameras. They'll try you. They will try you.
And I'm glad you said that. Speaking of that, family, if you have land, everybody always asks me, what's the first thing you should do? Number one, of course, walk your land, look at your land. Number two, security. Security. Spend endlessly on security measures.
Yes.
Cameras, Wi-Fi, solar panels to keep them charged up. Don't worry about no batteries. Everything. Trail cams. Buy good trail cam. Don't go to Walmart and see that one for $9.99 at Black Friday. No.
Yeah.
Get trail cams. Put them everywhere. I don't care how much land you got. And Frank, look, this is what I was working on last night after we was done talking.
So what?
Electrical fence.
Oh,
and
yes.
this one ain't for animals. That one I don't care. I ain't trying to get the deer, keep the deer out.
Yep.
I'm gonna run this a 5 miler, and I got another 5 mile, and I'm gonna run them around everything.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Your
security.
People, they be trying to look at your car. They be trying to look at everything. And me and my mom, when the landscaper comes in, he'll be like, Precious, I need to adjust the water, the irrigation in the back, because summertime. I'll be like, watch the cars. They know don't leave that fence open. Don't nobody need to know. And I've had him long enough. If he's here and somebody strange come around, he'll be like, who are you?
See,
what's going on?
I got it all in my house. When the people that came, it wasn't EcoFlow that hooked up my EcoFlow home panel. It was some normal electricians that was lease from them. Okay, they didn't know.
Yeah.
them cameras was on them dudes the whole time, and I got footage. I'm telling you. The dude was like, "Hey, you still want that that plug put on outside the house?" No, thank you. Cause we got it in the truck. That's all right. Hang on to it.
No.
I'm
No.
good.
Thank
The
you.
stuff that you see people doing and what they saying, I'm telling you.
Yep.
Security.
Security.
I don't want nobody. See, I could have all of this stuff taken care of, y'all. I don't want nobody
On
here.
the land.
I don't want them here.
I don't want people here. Sometimes my mom be like, we should invite people over for. I'll be like, no, nobody needs to come over here to eat. No, nobody needs to come over here and see nothing. I said, we could go to their house. Because
I'm
I
gonna
need
tell you this.
home.
This what taught me that. When I was having those camps, the public camps, this is what I was telling old boy earlier, Bert Richardson.
Everybody don't know how to act.
Everybody don't know how to act, and human nature kick in.
Yep.
And one person drink a little bit too much of that sauce and ruins everything for everybody. Or you might get that one person. I had a situation. I'm gonna go and say it. I had a situation where I don't know if the person thought they were what's the word called in Hollywood? When you interviewing a
hosting like a TV show host?
No. Say I'm a famous person and you think I'm the come up, so you start reading your lines like, and thou it's
auditioning.
Audition. That word slipped my mind. Dude, I didn't know whether this was an audition. He was just that crazy.
He was crazy.
And everybody looking at me like, Led, what part of the game is this? And everybody looking at me, and I'm looking at this like, what in all of the hells is it? I don't want to panic. But see, I got my hand on the popcorn popper. And nobody even know what's going on. I don't.
Man.
But I'm aiming at his navel because I'm like, don't nobody see it's in the dark. We around the fire pit. And I'm like, this is real. So everybody looking at me with this dumb smile on their face like, Led, this kind of ain't even funny. You know? What? And I'm looking horrified. Like, is it about to go down at camp? See, I'll be like, look, see, they expect us to act a fool in the first place, okay?
They do.
And it scared me because I'm like, I think we really about to act a fool. I think we about to start, playing quarters in here and you to cut. So
people be watching you to see where you are, where you going, you led farmer. So they like, I'm going to show up here and I'm about to show out.
And I keep telling people, man, I ain't no different than you. So like I say, I don't know if the person was just done checked out or you auditioning, because this looked like an audition to me. This whole get up, this whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I'm looking at people. They looking at me. We looking at each other. And we all looking at the dude. And I don't know what to tell nobody or say or ask questions because I got my hand on the grip.
Yeah.
And ain't no time for me to be talking. I need to pay attention. It's dark.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm about to smoke this dude like a ham if he move wrong. Because it's
you have to.
Bizarre. So my point is this. I would love to have tons of people gather in a setting, and I would love to bring everybody to Freedom Maker. Set up a tent and we all just kumbaya.
But you can't.
You can't.
You can't.
You can't do it. Because some folks ain't right.
And we putting, okay, you guys, I see everything in the chat. I just can't reply in the chat. We putting all kind of stuff out here. So in 2019, my niece and nephew, they're 14, 16 now. This is 5-6 years ago. And so I have a cousin whose grandchildren are the same age. And so I would always put them together, 2 boys, 2 girls. So their mother, my aunt came over, and their mother, who is a hot mess, my cousin's daughter is a hot mess, came over, snuck her over. They know I don't really like her, but I don't want to have stuff go down in front of the kids. This girl on baby number 3, daddy number 3, 6 months pregnant. Every family got some messed up family. I'm just gonna put it out there. So she come over here. I said, well, I'm taking the kids to the pool because we got like 3 parks and pools over here. I said, I'm taking the kids to the pools to get out of this house. My brother here,
Right.
He talking to her. We come back and I change my clothes. I tell the kids, y'all start taking showers, wash that chlorine off of you, whatever. And I hear this girl, 6 months pregnant, my aunt who done helped raise her, she talking to my aunt crazy. My mother at the time was about 70, probably hit just 70. My aunt is right under her. You don't talk to them like that. They're elders. They're the elders in our family. They raised us. I said, why you talking to my aunt? Why you talking to my aunt like that? In my house, I'm the queen of this house. This is a peaceful place. I don't have shenanigans going down.
Right.
So me and my aunt start talking, and she start going off again. I said, why are you going off on my aunt? Why are you talking to my aunt like that? Well, that's my grandmama, and I could talk to her. I said, because she's your grandmother, you don't talk to her like that.
Right.
I said, your grandmother didn't put you on the road. She didn't pimp you out. She didn't leave you hungry. She took care of you. You don't talk to her like that.
Right.
This girl stood up on me, 6 months pregnant. Like, I ain't scared of you. It could have went it could have went a couple of ways.
Right.
I'm from Watts. Watts, Wisconsin. It could have went a couple of ways. I had to think real quick. I said, she want me to hit her. She want me to put hands on her. I said, you gonna stand there like that? I had to step back. I said, I'm gonna call the police. So I called the police. I said, because you the same color as me, and they don't care about kicking you. And at the time I was working for government. I had to really step back. I was okay. I work for government. This girl want me to hit her so that she's known for this.
Right.
And then, please don't call the police. I was like, you need to get the blankety blank about my house. I said, you need to go. And then my mother trying to hold me, and she can't hold me. I was like, it's about to go down. So I had to call the police. Then this fool gonna start videotaping me. Her name is this, and she did that. And I was on the camera. I was like, yes, I sure did. And the police is coming right now. I said, you want to put me on camera when you the one acting crazy? People come to your house and act like they paying the mortgage and the taxes. And you don't do that. That person has not been to my house since. Their mother, they got blocked. And this is family. You have to protect your peace. You have to protect your home. This person came in here trying to start shenanigans and was trying to get me in trouble because this girl, I'm 50, she was 15, she's 15 years old, younger than me. So she's 35 now. So she was trying to test me. You know how, like, if you have a son or a nephew as a man and you raise them and they get to a point, I notice men, they be the youngster
right. They
older
gotta
one.
test the water.
Yeah. She was trying to go for it, and she was finna lose
a
lot this day.
I done had to make a few of them cut your air off, like you didn't pay the rent on that air pipe a couple times. Yes. When they get to a certain age, they think breathing is free.
Yes,
so I understand when they test you.
Yeah. So, and this person made comments because, I don't have children. I wish I would have, but I don't. Well, you don't have kids. And I told my mom, I said, an anaconda is a better mother than that person. Really? Because some of this younger generation, they think because they give birth and maybe you don't have kids, they're better. But it's not just about giving birth. How are you raising your children? Are you raising them to become responsible, coherent human beings? This girl ain't raised none of her kids. She ain't, and she had a few more after the last one. We ain't gonna get into that.
I was about to say, is this a hobby? I mean, like,
thank you.
Collecting them like baseball cards or like antiques or something.
Well, I got kids. Well, so do dogs. Dogs and other animals have babies all day long. What makes you so better?
She got 5-year-old that just like sailor.
Oh, did you hear my mama?
Yeah, mama even had to say something.
and mama don't talk.
Say it, mama. Say that.
And then what took it off is about a week or so later after it happened, I had to take my mom to get a procedure on her arm. She was real tired when we got home. Family they calling her. I said, Mom, just answer the phone because they're going to keep on calling. Family member had the nerve to say, well, Precious shouldn't have said this to her. You see how my mother must have roared up? She said, this is her house. She could say what she want. That child was in the wrong. And she said, don't you dare say what Precious shouldn't have said. Precious had every right. She was correcting her the way she should have been corrected.
Right.
And that's the problem. We also have enablers in our family that will come to your house. Enablers of toxic behavior. I had to tell one of my cousins, I said, those people over there enable toxic behavior. And it's not okay. My mother was the type of mother, she would embarrass you when you did something wrong.
Now, see,
so you knew.
I right there, and because we gonna cut for time, but I'm gonna say this before we go, because you just hit a point. Because all this was about, sharing, chipping in on land. Mm-hmm. That spirit right there is one that I was gonna get to earlier. Say 3 brothers and sisters, all of them got a piece of the land. Each of them got 10 acres, whatever, right? Okay, it ain't just you, your brothers and your sisters. It's their kids and how they raise their kids. And if you spoil your kids, like your kids shouldn't be doing XYZ, but mine can. Your kids getting away with murder, but mine can't. And your kids bringing in the backwoods smoking drugs or whatever. And all that.
Yep.
Is part of the realization of when you chipping in on something. Have you ever? Let's do this because land is big, no matter how much you buy. Okay.
Yes.
Have you ever chipped in like at work for lunch or whatever, and chipped in on a tab, one of those restaurants where they bring you one bill?
Yes.
Hallelujah. Have you ever said, wait, no. I didn't have that. I had the Diet Coke.
I
didn't drink no margarita. I had a water with a slice of lemon, and that's free. Wait a minute. Who had the extra? Who extra sized the fries and got the? I didn't ask for that, but they brought it. You knew it was the extra fries. And
thank you.
So everybody sitting around at the end of dinner, belly's fat, looking at the receipt like.
Some people ain't even bought no money. And then people need to go wash dishes. They need to go in the back and wash dishes.
Be like, hey, can you get me? Because I'll get you back. Just tell me how much I owe you or whatever. I'll cash app you or whatever. Imagine how confusing that is. When you get land, imagine that on a grander scale.
Yes.
I just watched that at I took my wife to Ford's restaurant down in Orlando.
Okay.
Excellent restaurant, just in case y'all don't know. Let me tell you something. I watched these 4 young girls sitting at this table staring at their receipt.
Going, who had the filet mignon from Japan?
The
Kobe beef or Wagyu? Who ordered Wagyu?
Had the beluga caviar? I took joy in watching them. They all look like they in their mid-20s, early 30s, and I'm just eating. I want to see, because here's the funny part. Each and every one of them had to keep getting up, go to the bathroom. Now y'all got to pee. When that receipt come out, when the bill come, now everybody got to go pee. And well, I'll be right back. And I'm looking like, hey, she ain't coming back. Hey, man, she ain't coming back. Yeah, she grabbed her purse and everything. And look, now I'm a man, okay? But look, I know good and well the little girl won't coming back, because y'all would say, well, maybe she took her purse to the bathroom because she need to, it might be.
I'll be like, no, you ain't going nowhere till the bill paid.
No. Look here. It wasn't lady time. Now with them little shorts and her butt cheeks hanging out and stuff, she ain't wearing them. Them ain't them kind of drawers she wearing. She going to the bathroom with her purse and her phone so she can call her an Uber.
Why you take? No, you got to go to the bathroom. We can watch your purse for you, girl.
Right, go on. We got you. But
you, girl.
I might have to freshen up my. No, you don't. To pay this bill, don't need.
You look beautiful. You just leave that purse right there, my friend.
Listen, I don't know what happened. Now it was 3 really thin girls, right? Little thin girl, and it was like 1 bigger girl. Them 3 little girls, I ain't never seen them come back. I done ate. I done sat back. I done got my bill, paid my bill. They got to take your car, come back. I done tipped. Look.
I guess they said the big girl used to washing dishes.
Right. Leave it on her. I was like, I told you the little girl won't coming back. See? Imagine that on a grand scale when you're dealing with land.
Because you mentioned if somebody want to leave, then they need to you gotta buy them out, so they got to give you money for their section. Well, come on, how many of us got money sitting there where we could buy out? Our relatives can buy us out, so most likely they gonna have to get a friend to come in or something. You really got to think. I like my little, I call it my little urban homestead here. We got 4 bedrooms. 2 of us, we sleep in 2, and the others are filled, so can't nobody else live here. We got some air mattresses for you to sleep on the floor for a couple of days.
See? A couple of days till the air come out. Don't pump it back up. Once the air is out, you got to go.
It's getting kind of low. That means it's a Holiday Inn of the street.
Once your back hit the floor on the air bed, you know what I mean. But you have brothers. Hey man, I believe your air bed got a leak. Oh, it do? Yeah, man. I woke up on the floor. Damn, doggone shame. But it's a Motel 6 down the street. They leave the light on for you.
Yeah, they leave the light on.
Yeah, they leave the light on for you.
You got a shed, Precious. Oh, that shed is not meant for people to live in there.
It's shovels and rats in there. Shovels and rats. You don't want nothing to do with that. No, you don't want that.
You don't want it. You don't want none of this.
Well,
but I'm going to let you go.
I'm going to get on out of here. My sister, it's always a pleasure to have you up here.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And tell Mama back there I said hello.
I will, because she had me cracking up.
I enjoy just hearing her voice. Okay.
All right, you guys. I'll see you later.
All right now, sister. All right. So, y'all, I'm sorry that the video was so long, but boy, we got the rocking and rolling, and I had myself a good time. I really want to go in depth with this a little further, but not tonight. I don't want to hold y'all up. But what's tomorrow? Sunday? Maybe we'll try this again tomorrow and have a few more people come up. And we need to start figuring out ways and talk about how ways to get through this tariff thing. How are we going to deal with this? And I'm going to say this too before I get into it, because we'll talk about that tomorrow. I sure appreciate all y'all being in the room tonight, because I had a good time. I appreciate everybody being in here. I was trying my hardest to read the comments. And for Triple Threat, my sister, yes, you was there for that event in the madness. And that's why I don't do Camp Public no more, because for some folks, you can't trust them on how to behave like an adult and a responsible adult. So I want to say, hey, y'all, thank you so much for being here, hanging out with us. And I want to thank my other guest that came on earlier. My sister, you were spitting mad fire. Thank you for all of that information that you helped give to everybody, because it was very important. But I want to let people know, land purchasing, it's not too late. It's going to be more expensive, but it's not too late, and you shouldn't give up on it. Because I got ways where you can get through this bad time. We about to hit bad times. And you know what? This is one of the best purchases I've ever made in my entire life. Forget the first time I did it. This one was one of the best purchases I've ever made in my entire life. Because this land has paid me back 3 times fold since I even purchased it. I'm just letting y'all know, don't stop looking for land. Don't stop believing. Hold on to the dream, yo. Don't stop dreaming about no land. Because I can guarantee you, once you get it, you'll understand. You will not understand until you get it. Hearing about it, talking about it, watching people on the videos, reading about it, it don't hit right. Right? So thank you, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope I see y'all tomorrow, and we're going to try this again. Okay? Thank you so much. Live Farmer 73. I love you, and I'm out. Y'all be safe out there, because it's getting ugly. All right? Peace.